Olá pessoal, desta vez ao meu lado tenho o f0rest, conhecidíssimo jogador dos NiP, e vamos então tentar obter quais as reações dele acerca da participação dos NiP nesta ESWC, onde terminam então em quarto classificados após perderem com os Astana Dragons. Hi f0rest, thank you for your time. Before anything else, you came to the ESWC as defending champions. You had a pretty strong group stage, and then VeryGames happened. First things first, let's talk a little bit about the group stage. What are your thoughts about it?
Our thoughts going into the group stage was really good. The opponents were opponents we knew and how they played, and we started off really good. We won every single game, very good. I think 16-2, 16-6 and 16-8, so we were very comfortable and we were very excited to play in the quarterfinals. So everything was looking good.
And then you came into the playoffs. You've beat Cole by 2-0,
yeah.
And then you played VeryGames. You almost won the second match. You were leading 15-9, I think, and then you let yourself tie. NiP let itself tie. What happened?
I don't know. I think we did a great T-side until we got 15 rounds. It felt like we played really good and we had everything going that we're going to win this map. But then we lost 3-on-1 against MBK when he had a pistol. And when he won that round, I don't know what happened, but like we kind of lost our game style. We didn't know what to do. We just like motivation disappeared, and we tried to come back. We went to overtime and we got I think one round as T, and it felt pretty good still. It still felt like we could win, but they just closed us out as T and won 2-0, and I have no words.
Still on VeryGames, in the last 4 times you met VeryGames, you lost. Before you had a streak of over 15, I think, wins against them. What happened? Did they get really good, or do you guys think that something is not going well in your team?
No, I think if looking at the past games against VeryGames, we always played really close against them, 16-14, even though we won. I think the tide has just changed. Now they're winning the crazy rounds, and now they're winning 16-13, winning overtimes. We used to win those rounds, but now they win. And I think when we play against each other, we're so close. So it's just a matter of thing who has the better day. That's what I believe, at least. And now, for the past few events, they've been the guys who's come out on top, winning 1-on-3s, 1-on-4s, 2-on-5. They've been doing everything, every single crazy round they won. And so games are always close, but you need those key rounds. And this time they got it as well.
About the 3rd and 4th place, you played Astana Dragons. You lost again 2-0. Was the team feeling no confidence at all for this game? You just wanted to be over fast? What happened?
No. We always want to win. Like, even though it's the 3rd and 4th decider game, we always want to prove that we're a good team. We don't just want to lose and just like, hey, we came 4th. We want to be like number 3. If that's the position we can get, we want to get the position. So we always try to represent ourselves. We're professional gamers, so of course we don't want to lose. So we gave it everything we had, but unfortunately it wasn't enough.
And your prediction for tomorrow's final?
I think tomorrow's final is going to be interesting. I'm going to watch the game. I call Mystic against VeryGames. I think Mystic is going to win 2-1.
2-1 is a prediction. Okay, I want to go a little bit off the ESWC subject for a bit. Valve introduced some changes lately. The maps, you now are playing in Valve custom maps, and also the guns, the models. What's your opinion about that? Do you really think it was an important, fun, or what kind of change do you think it was? Do you like these changes?
The maps?
You can answer separately.
Yeah, okay. So the maps going from the SC versions to the regular ones, for me it doesn't really matter. I think it's good that every single player plays the same map instead of having like 4 different Dust 2 and 5 different Mirage. So I think it's a fine change. Of course, a few maps might need improvements, but that's something they are willing to do as well, I believe. And so I like the map changes, and I don't remember what the other thing was.
About the models.
The models? Which?
Of the guns, the custom.
Guns. Oh, right. Okay, I love it. I mean, I used to play Dota 2, and you also have these custom skins, and you always want to be like a badass looking motherfucker where you're like running around, so getting a new gun is sweet. I love it. I think adds a more fun to the game. Like, okay, this game I might get a drop, or you open a case and you might get that sick weapon you always wanted, and I think it's a good change as well. It's only positive.
I also want to ask you one last thing about NiP before I end this interview. You guys are going to DreamHack. What do you think is the importance of the DreamHack for NiP right now?
We're gonna go and practice really hard. I think we're gonna have a 2 weeks boot camp and try and do everything in our power to see how we can improve our game. What can we learn about the opponents? We're gonna try and do everything we can. But first, we need to look at what happened here. But we're gonna have a long boot camp and prepare all we got for DreamHack.
I also want to ask you one question more focused on the Portuguese viewers' point of view. There's been a lot of talk in the community about f0rest in the international community. Many people from other countries say that f0rest is very overrated, and in Portugal we often say that he's one of the greatest. His only problem, and problem with hashtags, it's that he's playing with Portuguese players. Do you think that f0rest has what it takes to play at the highest level in a team, for example, as VeryGames or NiP?
I do believe f0rest has great skill. He has proven it time and time again that he's a great player, and he definitely got what it takes to be a professional player. He is a professional player, I think, so he's a really good player. That's no doubt about it. It's just like, it's so hard for him to be considered the best when he doesn't achieve too much. But I do love him as a player, and he shows great skills with the AWP, and I think he's overall a good player, for sure.
Okay, one last question, and I promise this is the last one. If in DreamHack things don't go the way you plan, will NiP consider some changes in its roster? Since you don't change your roster since the beginning of CS:GO.
No, I don't believe we're gonna do anything. We really believe in our team. We're all really good friends, and we do believe we still got what it takes to be the #1 team, and we're gonna work even harder to achieve that. We had a good year where we finished 87-0 in wins on LAN, and something just happened, and we just need to work on that. A problem doesn't always solve itself by kicking a player. We've proven once that we were a great team, and I'm sure we can get back to that level. We just need to practice.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time once again. f0rest, thank you so much. Pessoal, fica aqui então a entrevista com o f0rest. Contem com mais entrevistas nossas em breve no nosso site. Até já!